guess who's back? It's me! You missed me, I hope you have. Anyway, we're by the Trent right now and welcome back to our channel. We're gonna do some perch fishing.
Yeah, welcome back to the channel. We've actually come back to an area of the Trent that we fished a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
It looked very different then. There's about two more feet on it at the moment. It's a much bigger river. But we've come down to try a look in some mild conditions for some perch. I don't know about you, but I've noticed over Christmas there's been a lot of big perch caught. And I think that's due to the fact that the winter hasn't really set in yet. It's been quite mild. The conditions have been good.
I am definitely going to catch a 3-pounder today. I don't know about you, Andy, but that's just
a big shout. That's a big good luck on that. So we're going to get rigged up. We've bought 2 rods as per usual. We've got a heavier and a lighter jigging rod. IB's actually got some cool new baits. I don't know if you remember, I did a vlog a little while ago on the Moby Rakashad, the big pike bait. Now IB managed to get her hands on some smaller versions, which are really cool.
My favourite thing ever now.
So we're going to give those a good go. I've got some really cool little buoyant Senkos from a company called FFS Lures that I want to try out, alongside with all the other cool stuff that we usually use. So all in all,
let's do this!
Pretty exciting day planned. So we'll crack on, we'll get rigged up, and hopefully the next time you see us, there'll be a perch happening. Keep watching.
By the way, because I only have one working hand at the moment, Andy's gonna be rigging my baits and everything else, so he's gonna be the slave for the day.
As per usual.
Lucky Andy, luckiest guy in the world. So he's doing that right now. Do you know what color it is? It's the most beautiful color you can ever see. That's the kind of color it is.
I'd call that tequila sunrise.
Tequila sunrise. I like it.
IB, first cast coming up. What's the tactic?
Tactic is to cast out, catch a fish, reel it in, land it, and then wait a few hours till Andy catches one. Are you ready? Tried an 8-gram jig head and it wasn't quite working, so my star lovely Andy there is changing it to a 10-gram jig head for me. Thank you very much, Andy. Andy's not saying anything. He's just being very kind and generous.
As always.
Sometimes. Hey Andy, what kind of music you should listen to while fishing?
I feel like this is a trick question.
Do you want to know?
Come on.
Something catchy?
Right, so nothing from that first peg. And to be honest, I think IB's in a snag. I'll come back to you in a second. So as I was saying, I think we've both been a little bit surprised by how much more weight we've needed to use to hold bottom so far. I mean, last time we came here it was 5, 6, 7 gram jig heads and all very delicate and finessey. At the moment IB's got a 10 on there, and to be honest we could probably still go a little bit bigger. I also think we're going to have to look for the fish in different places. Last time, with the river being slightly lower, it wasn't quite as fast or powerful and the fish were actually in the main flow, whereas today I think this is probably going to be a day for those little back eddies and slacks and margins and stuff. A learning experience for both of us. We haven't fished this stretch since you last saw us, and before that we'd never fished it at all, so I think throughout the course of the day we'll figure this out.
Oh no, it's off! No!
Take as well.
Yeah, it was a really good take.
Right, so Ivy's done well there and she's drawn the first take of the day, but since we're switching, I'm going to take off this big bright bait and I'm actually going to go for something a little bit smaller and a bit more subtle. I've picked out this little Savage Gear TPE minnow. I like the colour, I think that's great in clearer water conditions, and the water isn't too murky today. I like the fact that it's weedless. What we've noticed is that there's a lot of stuff lying on the bottom in these sides where we think the perch is going to be, and it feels like one of those days where if we just fish jig heads for the whole day we'll lose a lot of kit, so the weedless option could be a good one. We'll see. Yeah, please.
Perch?
Yeah, perch.
Well done.
Oh, it's off.
Oh no! I mean no, but I want to say yes.
It's a nice fish as well. It's a good fish. Really frustrating to lose that fish. It looked a nice one as well, certainly a £1 plus. But I'm going to bring the changes again. This TPE minnow, while it fishes beautifully, it's got an 11 gram head on the front. And for the slack area we've got in front of us, it just feels like it's too much. It feels a bit clumsy, to be honest. So I'm going to make another change. And I've switched to one of those FFS Senkos, one of the buoyant Senkos, rigged on a Cheb, only 6 grams. And that should hop across the bottom like that in the water. There's guys all over the country doing really well on these, so I'm super keen to give them a go. I'm hoping these trend perch like them. Let's try it. Got him. Oh, good fish, whatever it is. Ooh, pike, must be a pike. Yeah, slackline me. Leave the net there, babe, I'll sort that. Yeah, it's a jack. So not the right species. Nice to get off the mark on the day, and really nice to get off the mark on those little buoyant Senkos. The hook's falling out in the net, that's good news. Beautiful, that's a gorgeous fish. Look at the colours. Amazingly pretty fish. We just need to find his great grandmother. Let's get him back. There he goes. Right, IB, you're up.
So well done to Andy, not really, for catching the smallest pike ever known to mankind. I don't go for the baby ones, I mean each to their own, but I asked Andy, aka my slave, to change a bait for me to a Savage Gear 3D bleak in the minnow colour. Just because I don't want to fish with the same baits as Andy does. And why not? Because I'm not changing anyway, so I will give it a go. Hopefully I catch perch. Don't want to reel a pike, but we will see.
Why did Noah fish on the ark?
Because he only had 2 worms.
Right, so on the subject of numbers, is that 1-0 or does it not count because it was the wrong species?
It doesn't count, wrong species.
So it's still 0-0?
Still 0-0.
We did okay in there, a few takes. It's been tough so far, I think.
Yeah, it's been tough. It's windy. I kind of can't decide which lure I want to use, which is good because it's not me who's retying everything.
You got your own fishing guide for the day.
I have my own fishing guide for the day, but you know, it's only 11 o'clock now, so it's only been, what, a couple of hours, so we still have loads of time. I think caffeine is starting to wear down on me, so I might try and convince Andy to go and get some coffee, perhaps, to keep my strength. The conditions are good, like you feel confident, don't you?
Should we go and find some more?
Yes. Did you hear about the fight in the seafood restaurant?
The fight in the seafood restaurant?
Yeah.
What about it?
2 fish got battered. Oh my god, bigger pike here. Oh my god, big pike here. Big massive pike just literally went onto surface. Come on now, come on now, come on now.
Still see him? Oh yeah, I see him. Not too close to him. Oh, it's a good fish. Let that sit, let it sit, let it sit. He's seen it. Let it sit. Do you remember the thing you did where you just give it little twitches? See his tail going? Oh, go careful. Ooh. Just let it sit. Let it sit. He's going to inhale that in a minute. When he does, just give him a split second before you strike, but remember to crank hard. He is going to eat that. Just give it a little tap. Little tap again. Oh, baby! Drop it down. It's turned. It's turned. It's back here. Not too close. Not too close. You see him now? Yeah. So the first one, you went way too quick. Oh. Right, just stop. Okay, he's on it again. His fins are still going. Fins are going. He wants it. Okay, lift it and drop it again. Okay, good. Yeah, he saw that. He's right behind it. Here he comes. Oh, wow, he's close to it there. It's only going to give you so many more chances, but little bump. Oh, why has he gone that way? Oh no, he's come back round. Just give it a little tap again. Oh. What does that mean? Oh, it's come back. It's come back. Oh, wow, he's close to it now. He's right over it. Just pause for a second. Just give it a little tap. He's backing off it a little bit. It's the first time he's done that. Bit of a jump. Oh, okay, good. Little tap. And again. Oh. You might not need to go anywhere. And he's close to it. Just a little tap. He's right on it. Right on it. Here we go. You got him. You got him. Okay, just dial that drag down a bit. Turn the drag down. Okay. Yeah!
Oh, John slipped. Come back here.
You got him?
Yeah.
That was so cool. That was so cool.
I know how much my heart is going.
That was amazing. Well done, you.
You didn't even say strike to me.
But you did wait a little bit longer that time.
I waited ages, yeah. I waited until the line was like really tight in the thingy. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's my pike. I know I said I didn't want any pike, but I do want a pike like that. I do want a pike like that. Okay. I'm gonna put him back now. Yes! It's very slippy, so, and I only have one hand. So Andy's being a very gentleman here and releasing the pike for me.
One last lift.
One last lift. And do you see what a pike should look like?
I'm very jealous of that, Ivy. Well done. Well done. There he goes.
Yay!
Well done, you. What a fish!
Does that count?
No, it doesn't count. It's the wrong species, but that was so cool. IB, talk us through that.
So cool. It was literally side fishing, and I think I was like, take the rod, because that pike gave me so many chances. First of all, let's wind it back up a little bit. You snagged off, didn't you?
Yeah, I broke off,
and
obviously.
decided, he was like, I need to go and change, obviously re-rig everything. I was like, all right, I will chuck a lure out while you're changing. So he put the stick camera on. I was like, no need for that. Probably not going to catch anything anyway. 2 minutes in, and I hooked this tiny pencil pike. I kind of hanged him on the stick, so he ran away. And then as soon as that pike ran away, this bigger pike, he came and jumped out of the water. I'm so excited. My heart is like going. The bigger pike jumped out of the water, and then I was like, oh my god, there is a massive one here. And then you came along, and then we watched that pike set, and we tried like 3 times.
3 times he ate that lure.
3 times they ate that lure, yeah, and every single time Andy's like, don't strike too early, don't strike too early. The pike takes the lure, what does he have to do? Straight away. You can say that I'm super excited because I haven't had a pike in ages. We haven't gone pike fishing in ages.
No, we haven't pike fished for a while.
So yeah, no, that was really cool, especially to see everything and like the tail going, and the pike is, and Andy doesn't help because he's like, you ready? Are you ready? It's coming, it's coming.
You know how it is though, like, so many times you'll get follows from fish and you pull the lure out and the fish just sits there and looks at you, and actually I think this is a really good lesson. This is something we've worked on a little bit in the last year or so.
Yeah.
When you get those follows, whatever you do, get a bait back in front of that fish, but don't do too much with it. You probably saw in the footage there, hopefully it was clear enough. All we were doing is keeping that bait in front of the fish, and every now and again just give it a little wiggle, and you could see his fins going, and he'd get excited, and he'd go and sniff it, and you just knew he was going to eat it.
Even like when the fish was turning away from the bait and like swimming away, all I didn't like lift the lure out or anything. All I did was like literally just a gentle tap, lift the lure up like slightly and put it back down, and the pike was like, what's that? Basically.
He was keyed in, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was always going to eat that. I get the feeling if we were using a jerk bait or if we had a swim bait, I don't think we'd have caught that fish.
Oh, you don't know. Because he was fired up with that little one.
He was fired up, but he wasn't like actively chasing that shad, was it? I mean, it's taken about 15 minutes.
It was very subtle. Even the take, he like basically took that bait so slowly in.
Just inhaled it, didn't he?
Yeah. It wasn't anything. I think even if I was like far away in the river, I wouldn't have even felt the take because it was ever so gentle.
Fortunately, you weren't. It was all happening right underneath our noses.
In front of us.
That was so cool. Obviously, it's still 0-0 because it's the wrong species.
What do you mean 0-0?
I think we still need to try and catch some perch. That was the idea.
I think so as well. So we're gonna re-rig again because Andy quickly changed his new rig with a wire trace for me to try and catch this pike. So thank you, Andy.
Not at all. Absolute pleasure. Always cool to see stuff like that. So we'll get re-rigged and we'll try and show you guys a Trent perch because at the moment they all seem to have teeth.
Yeah, a bit different.
So cool.
Amazing. I am the pike queen. Do you need the net?
Okay, so not quite as impressive as IB's, but this is literally 30 seconds on. I had a follow, at which point the GoPro battery died. And then next cast, this little muncher came along. Really pretty fish. I love the spots. Very cool.
Literally just nicked, isn't it?
Just in the scissors there. There he is, T-tail muncher. We'll get him back. I feel like it's a good job you caught your fish first, because this one would probably be dinner. There he goes. Right, so the score is 0-0. We did say this was going to be a pike fishing trip, didn't we, at the start? I'm pretty sure we said pike, didn't we, Ivy?
I'm sure we said
it was
pike.
Definitely pike.
Definitely pike.
Yeah, yeah, it's fine.
Why do fish swim in shoals?
Why do fish swim in shoals?
Because they can't walk.
I don't know if IB's had some different Christmas crackers to me this year, but I'm going to have to apologise for this nonsense throughout the day.
It's not nonsense. It's not nonsense at all. It's just I haven't been fishing for so long now. I think I'm kind of... Everyone, even at work, saying like, you must be so bored because you're a bit bonkers. So I think that was my problem.
Well, you certainly weren't bored today.
No, definitely weren't bored today. Definitely not. It was a good day. No perch. Still 0-0.
This is probably the worst perch vlog I've ever seen. But we caught some other stuff.
We caught plenty of pike. We've seen more pike than I've seen in a long time. It's not the right species.
I don't think there's ever a wrong species, is there? I mean, it's been nice to come out again. It's only the second time we've ever fished this piece of water, so
True.
I don't think we've done too badly. And had we been a bit more prepared to do some pike fishing today, who knows how many we could have caught. But the reality is we came out with all the finesse perchy stuff to try and catch mystery perch. I lost 2 in the end, didn't I?
Yeah,
and that really was that.
Perch, yeah.
But it was only a short session and it was super fun. It was really nice to get back out.
Really nice to get back out. Really nice to try and explore a bit more water again.
It's never bad news catching fish, is it?
No, but it's like, it's just us, isn't it? Probably next time we're going to go pike fishing, we're only going to catch perch.
Let's hope so. Right, well guys, I hope you enjoyed today as much as we did. If you did, please give the video a little like. We like that stuff. Please keep in touch with us by subscribing to the channel. There'll be a little button down there somewhere in the interwebs. And don't forget to ring the little bell button, because that way you get notifications when we've posted stuff, which is super important, because otherwise you might miss out on another one of IB's giant pike.
And the most important thing is we're back. We're filming again, we're fishing again, and we're going to create more and more content.
There's good stuff coming. Please keep in touch. Take care, guys. Bye bye.